So we are starting with a new chapter, that is light, shadow and reflection. So I would like to know, are you able to see me?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can you tell me how?
I would like.
What is light? You are able to see me, I am able to see you. You are able to see things around yourself. How you are able to see? But what is light? I said the same thing. Light helps us to see the same thing. Okay, next statement. Don't you think it's a form of an energy? Okay? Light is a form of energy which allow us to see. So we are able to see anything around us because of the presence of light. In the absence of light, we won't be able to identify anything, right? Imagine if I close all the lights, I just drop a curtain over there and I just make everything, not even one single ray of light is able to enter inside the class. Now in that condition, will you be able to identify anything? Okay, so light makes everything visible to us. And what is light? Light is a form of an energy. Is this clear? Any confusion? Okay. So it's a form of okay. So let us start. Can you tell me any object which is self-illuminating? It can create its own light. Prisha?
Sun.
Sun. So how did you come to this conclusion that it has emitted its own light or it emits its own light?
Because sun furnishes in daytime, and from daytime we can see everything.
So sun is not there in night. Sun produces light. My question is, name an object which can produce its light. Own light. Sasha. How?
Because the sun has its own light and its rays emit the light.
Okay. Let us see. So you can see a picture over there. Okay. So this picture is categorized into how many parts? What is the first picture depicted? Second? Third? Water. Okay. Fourth? Fire. So fire emits light. Okay. Let us see.
You know that objects which emit light of their own are called luminous objects, and those which do not emit light of their own are called non-luminous objects. Observe the following objects and mark them as luminous or non-luminous.
So objects are broadly categorized into how many types? Two. So light is a form of energy and light is formed majorly by two types of objects. What is first object?
Luminous.
Second?
Non-luminous.
Did you hear what the other person said? What are luminous objects? Akshita.
Non-luminous objects are that objects that produce light or energy.
They emit light of their own.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so non-luminous will be just opposite to this. Okay? Okay. So now a few objects will be displayed in front of you through the screen. I will ask and you will tell me whether the particular object is illuminating, self-illuminating or non-luminous. Okay, so what is this?
Sun.
Ayushman.
Luminous.
Okay, do you have any idea how the sun emits its own energy?
It has the power to
basically, if you want to explain it.
Ma'am, it is a ball of fire and fire has also
Yeah, sun is basically a hot mass of gases. When those gases react with each other, they react, very vigorously, very fast. And because of that, a friction occurs. And because of that friction, heat starts emitting out. And that heat turns into a light energy which comes to us on Earth. Okay, this is very basic. You will be reading it about it in detail in your coming session and in coming class. So right now, have you understood at least the basic thing that why is sun called as luminous object? Any doubt about it? So the answer for that would be okay. So this is what non-luminous. What is the name of the object? Moon. So if you look at the moon, we can see light in presence of the moon, but still you are considering it as a non-luminous object. Why?
because when the sun's rays is reflecting on the moon, then the moon shines. If sun's rays do not reflect on the moon, then moon will not have it.
Yeah. So basically, the light which we are seeing on Earth is actually the reflection of the sun. Reflection of sun is because of the reflection of light. The reflection will happen only in the presence of light, and bouncing back of the light is called as reflection. So if this is sun, which is self-illuminating, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is Earth. Earth is a tree. And Earth is revolving around the sun, and here is, let's say, moon. So since the light is on a very higher side from the sun, it will get reflected from the surface of the moon and then it will come back on the Earth. And moon is present during daytime also. It is not going anywhere. I hope you all know this. But the intensity of light of the sun is on such a high side that we are not able to see the moon during that time. Okay, next. Star. Yeah, repeat.
It is a luminous object as it produces its own emits its own light.
Yeah, star is also luminous. Actually, sun is also star. The only thing is sun is very close to Earth as compared to other stars. Okay, otherwise concept is same. Okay. Now chair. Do you see any light in the chair coming out of its army? So it's a non-luminous. Okay. Fan, non-luminous. Yeah. Water, non-luminous. Venu, is that correct? Okay, now this is grass. Gian, non-luminous. It's a non-luminous. See, now here I can twist this question. So the question can be this pen. So if I am talking about the pen, I mean very specific. So what kind of object it will be? Non-luminous. But if I ask you, the surrounding around the pen, then it's a natural light. And natural light is coming from sun, which is a luminous. Have you understood the difference? Now tell me about fire. Devang.
Luminous, as it can create its own light.
Oh, let's see. Paper, non-luminous. Smoke. Any light out of it? No. Okay, so there are plenty of examples. Lamp. Okay, Rijima, tell me, why is lamp considered as luminous object? How? Yeah. So basically, in case of lamp, we are making an electric circuit, and because of the flow of charge from one terminal to another terminal, it is allowing the filament which is present inside it to glow and producing its own light. We have done this in previous chapter. Okay, shooting star. Sanj.
The shooting star is also a luminous object, as the star is also made up of fire and it produces light.
Yeah. Planet, do they emit their own light? No. Otherwise, glass? No. Okay. What about firefly? Yes, Prathamesh? Yes, it is a luminous living being. Right? The things which we learned previously, like your moon, which is a celestial body, sun, which is also a celestial body, those are luminous and non-luminous, but they are not living either way. But this is something which is a living being, also it is producing its light at the same time. So these are the exceptional things. Burning matchstick, luminous. So you have
That's
understood the
right.
concept?
A burning matchstick is a luminous object as it gives out its own light.
Okay. Yeah. Now look at this window. Can you see anything on the other side?
Yes.
Why? Akshi.
Ma'am, we can see through the window because the window allows light to pass and it's a transparent object.
Okay. And if I stand here and I want to see on the other side of the board, like on the other side of the door, across the corridor. So in that case, what will happen?
Ma'am, we cannot see across the door because it's an opaque.
It's an opaque. So what are these opaque and transparent things?
Ma'am, some of the objects allow light to pass through them, like transparent objects, and some allow bit light to pass through.
A bit. So what are those?
Translucent.
But I didn't ask about translucent. I'm asking about transparent and opaque.
Ma'am, some objects do not allow light pass through them. That's why we cannot see the things on the other side, like a wooden box. And behind us, suppose there's a doll, so we can't see it because the box doesn't allow light to pass through.
So basically, sit down. Your answer is correct. What she is trying to explain here is that materials are also categorized whether any light ray is able to pass through it or not. So based on the passage of the light through any object, objects are broadly categorized into how many categories? Three. Okay. So objects are categorized into how many categories?
Three.
So what is first?
Transparent. Transparent.
And
Opaque.
now this categorization is on the basis of what?
Ma'am, whether the light passes through it.
Basically whether the light, which is a form of light, will pass through that particular object or not, right? So this is how we have categorized these objects. So under transparent, it will be category which will allow complete completely allow light to pass. Translucent will be what?
Partially.
And opaque does not allow.
Does not allow it.
Okay. Now look here. These are different objects. Now you can see a candle over here. Can you see in this flowchart, in this mind map you can see? You can see a candle here. So what work is candle doing over here? Look at this. What is the function of candle over here?
Ma'am, to produce its own.
So basically candle is a source of light. And we are able to see the material only in the presence of light. So based on that, materials are categorized into three different parts, that is transparent, opaque and translucent. Understood? So as of now I am not going to explain about shadow and reflection. All we are going to learn in today's class is passage of light. Because shadows I will be taking in the next classes for your better understanding. Okay, so these are the examples. Any problem, just go through this mind map again. Let me know if something is troubling you. Read it, Palak.
Can you just give me?
Yeah. Which way you want me to do? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay? Any confusion? Okay. So, yeah. So transparent material is that you can see it's a glass and you are able to see that there is a flower pot beside it, allowing light to pass. So if I switch from transparent to translucent, now you can see the picture is not very clear. This means the material is
Transparent.
third, opaque. We are not able to see even 1% of the picture what is there on the other side of the board. So that category is what?
Opaque.
Yeah. So, okay. Chalo. Sachi,
First thing is it's so.
come here and drop.
Try again. Excellent. Excellent. Try again. Excellent.
Has she done it rightly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So far I have explained to you about what is light, the basic property of light. Light is a form of energy and it allows us to make anything around us visible. Second thing is that based on the visibility we have categorized objects into how many types? Three. What is first? Second? Third?
Opaque.
I hope you all know the difference between all these three along with example. So now there is one very important property about light. And that property is Viranarwal is not here. Okay. Stanley, stand up. Please read this statement for me.
Light always travels in a straight way.
So this is one of the most important property that light possesses. That the light which is traveling, it will always travel in a straight line. There is no deviation, no curve, no turns, nothing. It will, if light is traveling, if it is coming out to you, the single ray of light will always travel in which path? To explain this, there is an activity. Just focus, okay?
You must have seen a spotlight on stage or a beam of flashlight in the darkness. So what's common between all light beams? Aren't they all straight? Let's do a small experiment to find out more about the path of light. You will need a light source for this experiment. Let's use this beautiful candle. Now take 3 cardboards of the same size with a pinhole made in the center of all the cardboards. Now place these cardboards in a straight line in front of the candle and look at the candle on the other side of the cardboards.
First of all, tell me what is the meaning of pinhole? What is pinhole? Pin size, you understand? You all have seen pins? So the size of the pin, so basically the place, the point from where you are puncturing anything. So that size, that aperture size, you know, if I am puncturing anything, so that will create a hole. So that small hole is called as pinhole. That aperture which is in such a small size. So what we have done, we have taken one source of light, let it be candle, very simple, and then I took 3 cardboard of equal size and I have cut it down in form of a circle, and I have placed it on 3 different, you can say at the same distance and on some kind of a stand where I can hold it. Now suppose I'm standing on this side. As per that statement, light will always travel in a straight line. Okay? So I should be able to see the light, source of light. If I am sitting here or standing here. Okay? So let us see.
I am sure you are able to see the light coming from the candle, right? Now, what if we move any of the cardboards and see if we can still see the light from the candle? Why don't you see the light now? You are not able to see the light through the pinholes because light travels in a straight line. And when you displace one of the cardboards, light gets blocked and cannot reach your eye.
Yeah. So you have understood the first scene. Case 1. In case 1, all 3 cardboards were placed one after the another. And the hole was, equal, at an equal distance. And if I am standing there, I was able to see the source of light. Now what I did in case B or setup 2, I just displaced a little part of this second one. So in that case, light which is traveling in a straight line will pass through this. So it will bombard here. Bombard matlab takrana. Okay? So it will bombard here. But there is no aperture, and being opaque material, light will not pass through it. So when it is not passing through it, it will not pass through this as well. So what has happened? I won't be able to see in the second case. So this is very simple experiment that light always travels in a straight line. Understood? This is very simple and basic experiment to understand this concept. Yeah. So formation of shadow is also possible because of the presence of light that always travels in a straight line. We will study about that also when we will start with shadows. As of now, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.